Hey. Oh, I don't even have my headphones on. See, I be forgetting, man. It's been a couple weeks, man. Welcome back, Dukes and Dukettes, man. It's Eddyed TV. If you're new to the channel, definitely join the Duke Nation. Subscribe, it's free. I know I got the big glasses joints on. Um, I got some. These are my spares. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe because it's free. Okay, and also hit the notification bell so you know when I go live like this. Okay, I go live on Saturdays most of the time. Okay, so if you want to join, make sure you hit that bell as you subscribe so you know when I go live. All good and all well. Let me check something. Make sure we are live in effect. I believe we are. But let me just double check just in case. Okay, we got Boot. What is going on, Boot, man? Welcome, welcome, man. It's been a little while. As far as the gaming channel, still doing lives, but haven't been doing lives lately because I'm doing some gameplays. But that's besides the point, man. We're here for Scary Saturdays today. Hope you guys had a good start of the year. You know, cause new year, new things, new goals, new everything. So hopefully you guys had a good start to the year, and hopefully stay strong and consistent. I know I'm trying to be strong and consistent. So hope you guys are able to keep up as well. Playing enough Unbound, okay. And also got some announcements coming up. I probably might make the announcements a little bit later into the stream. But let's wait until some more people come in the chat. Let's wait until some more people come in the stream. Give a couple minutes before they come in. That's fine. Hold on, I gotta check something. All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Let's go ahead and get started, man. Welcome in, as I said earlier. If you're new, definitely smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. But let's go ahead and start up with our warm-up video. No more waiting, no more talking. Let's hop straight into it, man. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna start off, I guess, kind of light for this. The first one is always kind of light. Okay, I try to do kind of light, and then we get scarier as we go on throughout the night. But if you haven't already, man, go get your snacks, go get your drink. Maybe start preparing your snacks, because we're not getting to the. I don't know. I haven't seen this video, so this is a fresh reaction. This might be really scary, but to me, I'm trying to build up to the main event. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna keep on the lights for this one, and then after this one, after the warm-up one or the first video, then we're going to get into the more scarier videos. Okay, enough talking.
Llama sale! Llama sale! We've got big llamas, little llamas. What about medium-sized llamas?
Shouts out to Llama Arts, man.
And to no surprise, they wanted to be alone. This meant that I had to take care and be in charge of my little brother, Oliver. Our home and neighborhood were surrounded by woods, and Ollie liked ambling around the trail that was behind our house, but he couldn't go back there without permission. So naturally, since I was 18 and he was 10, I'd have to go with him for precautionary purposes.
Okay.
It was a little while
Big brother
before
duties.
lunch, so I decided to join Ollie in his trek, so that way my appetite would be in a more salubrious state. It was
What do you mean salubrious? Why? Come on. Are we in English class?
spring, and the leaves were meager and just starting to grow back onto
Hey,
the
what's
tree.
up with the proper English? Meager, salimentary. I don't know if he said that last time, but what? Come on, like let's break it down to simple terms, man. All these extravagant words.
Trees, which also meant I had to
What
watch
is he,
out
British?
for any sort of dangerous animals that could possibly lurk out and cause harm to any of us. I could hear Ollie sniffing the air, and then him groaning at something. Something smells like shit, he said nasally as he pinched his nostrils shut. Hey, watch your mouth.
Watch
I
your mouth,
retorted,
little bro.
surprised by the sudden curse. Just because mom and dad aren't here doesn't mean you're
Oh yeah, viewers' discretion is advised. It may have some curse words in this thing. I have no idea.
allowed to say whatever. I did, however, sniff the air. He was right. There was a smell of rotten meat that permeated my nose.
Ugh.
It was like roadkill. I saw what looked like legs by a tree about several yards from us. Stay right there, okay? I instructed Ollie. He nodded in agreement while keeping his hand on his nose. I leisurely walked forward and turned the tree to see what the thing was. It was a deer, and it was dead all right. Flies droned and swarmed around it. I was
Ooh.
used to seeing dead animals around here. Hunting was pretty frequent. But there was something that rather took me aback. It was the fact that the way its neck had been ravaged into. It was almost entirely gone and torn down to the bone. A bear would go down to the muscle and stop there. But to the bone? This had to have been from something much more
The
vicious.
bear might have been hungry.
But what? I looked back to see if Ollie had actually done what I urged him to. He did, but he was peering out to the woods. His eyes, so fixated, were filled with concern and his face unnerved. You okay, bud? I asked.
Nah, he not
noticing his
okay.
expression. Something's out there.
Something's
he
out there for
murmured, as
real.
he continued to seem alarmed. I looked to see if he was kidding around. All that was in my view were the trees and brush. It might have been a deer or something. Don't worry so much. Come on, let's go back.
Nah. It's nighttime. You see a dead animal. You think yourself it looks unusual of how it's dead. Ain't no time to be calm, man. You gotta get out of here. You gotta leave this location. I don't know what you think is, you should be just trying to escape this scenario. I don't know why you would feel like, how are you feeling calm right now? Or how are you okay?
Back
I don't
and
know.
get some lunch. And so we did, just to reassure him. I made ourselves some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches as we watched a movie for a bit.
Okay.
Ollie usually liked his sandwiches, and he'd been done with it in a few minutes, but he ate his so sluggishly. I didn't bother asking what he saw, because I figured that he must have scared himself, and that he'd get over it in a while. However, the back of my mind was still unsettled by that deer. How could its neck have been mutilated like that to such a grisly state? Night dawned upon both of us, and Ollie was begging me to let him sleep beside me as I put him to bed. What's gotten into you? I asked him.
Yo, Ollie better stop. Ollie, you gotta speak up, Ollie, because listen, if you saw something that might be able to get us, let me know, man. If I got a shotty in the closet, I could bring it out. But if you don't say nothing, you're gonna leave us open for danger. We could leave the neighborhood right now, too. The heck?
Thing's still out there. It was staring at me. It was dark and big. Bigger than you. I'm sure you just scared yourself.
Whoa. Dark and big. Bigger than you. That sounds pretty crazy. That sounds pretty scary to me. Dark and big and bigger than him. If it was standing on two hind legs, I got 2 barrels for that joint. Because, listen, we don't need to figure out what it is if it looked dangerous. That's all I'm saying. Let's just get out the way. Let's leave. What's going on, France? Ball? How you doing?
If anything was out there, it wasn't anything dangerous. He continued to beg me, but I kept refusing, and told him to close his eyes and that he'd forget about it in the morning. I laid down in my bed, ready for a good rest. I like keeping my TV on just so I have a source of light in my room. I felt my eyes starting to sag and get heavy as I slowly felt myself growing drowsy. There was a sudden snap from outside. It sounded like a stick being splintered. I figured it was some animal, like another deer, but what would be out at this time of night? My TV was still on, so I decided
leave
to
your
watch
TV
a little
on.
bit more,
Exactly.
just so I could go back to sleep. Without even thinking, my gaze floated to the window, and my heart punched the inside of my chest.
Whoa.
There was something at the window.
Whoa.
I couldn't see what it was, save for the eyes.
Whoa.
They were milky and opaque, almost lifeless, but they were staring right through me.
Hey, yo.
I tried to make it seem like I didn't see the figure outside and just roll over onto my
No,
stomach.
bro. That was like rolling over might have been dangerous because now you can't see where it's going. Now, if you roll over, you don't know where it left to. So that might have been a dangerous move on his part. I don't know. Let's see.
To be asleep to try and avert it.
Oh, we got to add. Oh, they're trying to. Ooh, we almost got caught. They're trying to get us with a copyright.
I then heard something against the glass. The thing
Oh my
was
gosh.
scratching my
Oh
window.
Lord.
The sound was piercing.
Yo, that animal see an appetizer. He's like, oh, I want to get to that. scratching to the. That is scary.
My ear.
If I was in that situation, I would. First of all, my heart would be pumping, of course, but I would think of where's the gun at? Do I have a gun? If I don't, it's over.
Ears and grated at my nerves. My chest started to feel full as my breath started to shorten. My window was starting to open.
No!
And I could hear that thing climbing into my room.
Oh!
Its
What?
presence was clearly made as its shadow covered my entire bed in black. I sat there hyperventilating for what seemed like hours until I felt the mattress start to sink in. The springs groaned as the thing had climbed onto the bed.
Hold on! Whoa! That's crazy! What the heck? Wow.
I felt I could literally die from fright right there.
Oh my
The
god.
thing started to move across my bed. I was trying my best not to breathe so hard,
Oh,
but I was
freak.
completely terror-stricken. It then stopped and stood right at my shoulders. I felt its giant feet clasping onto my shoulder blades. I could hardly breathe. I had a mirror to my right that allowed me to see what was above me.
Freak.
And chills ran down my spine.
Oh,
The
shoot.
creature was black, large, and at least 7 feet tall and lanky.
What?
Its arms went down to its calves. Its chest leaned over me and stretched
There's
to
no
an
way.
impossible degree. It didn't even look human or animal. It seemed alien.
Oh,
I
freak.
shut my eyes tight, hoping that it was just some dream.
Heck
I
no.
could start to hear the creature's heavy breaths and growling. It sounded like a dog, but much more disturbing. As it grasped harder, I feared the worst. My ears were ringing. I wasn't breathing while I bit my tongue. My eyes were shut so tight, and the blood flow in my head stopped almost completely. Something then beckoned it off of me, and the creature leapt off. Through my ringing ears, I thought I could hear something like thumps and rusty hinges. I painfully felt the blood flow starting to come back, and I blacked out. Morning came and I had a massive headache now,
Dang.
and my chest felt so tight. I needed to go wake up Ollie and make breakfast, and I reluctantly did so. I went into his room but found his bed empty. I checked all of downstairs to check if he was there somewhere. Nothing. I then thought of the one place he could definitely be if he was hiding. I went outside and took to the path in the back of the woods. I walked some ways while trying to get over the pain in my head when I saw his bare feet by the tree. "Ollie," I said. exhausted and annoyed in my grimace. "Come on, what are you—" I stopped. I felt my whole entire world collapse as I was bludgeoned with every single negative emotion possible. I put two and two together, and it answered my questions as it brought my distress up tenfold. Ollie was sitting there. His skin was pale. His cloudy eyes trickled with blood, and his neck was mangled to the bone. He was dead. He wasn't lying. That creature was still out there.
What the heck? That, I don't know if that was a true story or not, but that creature, whatever it was or whatever it is, that's an alien, man. They were describing the alien. Oh man, that to be in physical contact with that creature, that had to be terrifying. If this is true, that had to be so terrifying to the bone. Like, this guy almost died out of fright, he said. Imagine that. Imagine like being so, because the closest I probably felt to that was this one time years ago. And I don't want to give the exact story. I might do a story time. I think I did do a story time, but I might revamp it. But to be in that situation, you have to be so like you would be so terrified, like you'll be frozen. You'll be so scared you can't even move, and that's pretty much what the guy was describing. Like, he was so scared he couldn't even move, and he saw what the creature was, and it wasn't human or animal. It was like alien. That's enough to make your bones freeze, like to make your bones chill. That's enough, man. That's crazy to me. On to the next video, man. If you don't have your snacks already, go get your snacks. Go get your water. Go get your hot cocoa, whatever. Hot coffee. It's cold outside. It's cold out here. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Hold on. I got to actually switch. I got to switch to my beanie. Sorry, guys. Let me get my beanie real quick. All right, we are back with it. We are back with it, man. If you like I said, if you don't have your snacks already, your drinks, your hot cocoa, hot choco, go ahead and grab that. And we're about to get scarier, man. So get your blankie and let's get hanky. Okay, enough with the rhyming. This video is done. We got 3 scary, true, crazy X horror stories. That sounded like a long title just now. As I read it, but we got V. What's good, V? What's up, man? Let's get started, man. Switch the scene for you guys. Turn up the volume on your TVs or your phones or your laptops. Oh yeah, I gotta turn off the light. My bad. Let me get the lights. We're getting scary out here. We're back. Scary hour. Power. Make sure you take a shower. No, I'm just joking. All right, let's go. Let's just go.
This video is sponsored by Babbel. Babbel is one of the top language learning apps in the world. Its intuitive lessons help you learn a language through real-life content.
Shouts to Babbel.
I've had 3 girlfriends in my life. My current girlfriend, who I've been with for 3 years happily.
I got chips.
My first girlfriend in college, and my second girlfriend, Kelly. Kelly was someone who put me through hell emotionally and sometimes physically. I'll start from the beginning. Kelly and I matched on Bumble, and upon seeing that we both attended the same college, we based our conversation off that and any people that we may have mutually known. After seeing each other for about a month, we made it official, and we dated for about 6 months. Like most relationships, at first everything seemed great, and we got along fine. But the illusion of being a happy couple faded after a few months, when Kelly would start becoming very controlling and downright obsessive over knowing what I was doing at all times. The longer we dated, the more I realized she didn't have many friends at all, maybe 1 or 2, that's about it. So when I would go out to see my friends on the weekends without her, she would always obsessively text me every 15 minutes asking me for proof of where I was. If I were ever to be at a bar without her, she'd throw a fit.
That's crazy.
She'd make me share my location with her after 4 or 5 months of dating. It got to the point I couldn't handle it anymore. She had too much time on her hands to worry about what I was doing constantly. I couldn't even go see my friends.
Hey, yo. This guy's tired, man. Excuse me, hold on. This guy right here, he's tired of his lady, bro. She doing too much, son. She is doing too much, man. She need to relax. Every 15 minutes, bop, bada boom, bada bang. Goodness gracious.
Without constantly being attacked and interrogated by her. But one night, things escalated far worse than they ever had. Admittedly, I ended up at a bar and very drunk with a group of my drinking buddies.
Oh my gosh.
We started at my friend Kevin's house, and I didn't intend on ending up at a bar. When I got home, Kelly was waiting in front of my mom's house for me, with a batshit crazy look on her face. This was one of the first nights that she laid hands on me, repeatedly hitting me while screaming I'm a dirty cheater and other insane things, all while outside, causing a scene for the neighbors to hear.
Big scene.
After I had to grab her arms to get her to stop, she shouted things like, "Get off me, I'm calling the police."
You beat him? You beating me up? What do you mean? Call the police. See, this is what some people be doing. That's what some people do. They beat you up and then they play victim. Why? Well, we know why, but come on, like, how do they get away with this stuff? Some people do get away with it. They beat you up and then, I don't know, man. Let's continue.
Let go and told her we're done. This was officially when I broke up with her, and her response was not good. Every single day, I received paragraphs upon paragraphs, ranging from angry to alleged regretfulness back to angry. Eventually, I felt more comfortable blocking Kelly for a while, but that wasn't the end. One of my friends who followed her on Instagram still sent me a screenshot of the picture she posted with this big, ugly, muscular guy who looked like he wanted to kill the person taking the picture.
Ugh.
I made a joke to my friends saying, "Wow, I see she upgraded." Kelly did the unimaginable though. I was all cozy in my bed, in the perceived safety of the house. I was home alone, as I usually was living in my parents' house. That was when I heard a pounding at the front door downstairs.
No, chill
I
out.
jumped out of bed and went
Chill
out
out,
to the living
Kelly.
room to listen. There was a man's screams from the other side. He was screaming, "Open up, pussy." I didn't acknowledge him.
What?
I didn't want him to know I was home. Then some random number was calling my phone. When I didn't pick up, I got a text from someone threatening to kill me and telling me to open the door before he breaks the window.
Oh,
I ignored
wow.
these and called 911.
Call 911
I
immediately.
heard glass breaking from outside. I looked out my window and I saw a familiar, huge bearded guy right by my SUV. He was smashing my windows. I recognized the guy to be from Kelly's picture. As I was on the phone with 911, I explained that my crazy ex-girlfriend sent her current boyfriend to my house to threaten me, and he was currently damaging my vehicle. I answered a bunch of questions as police were en route. All the while the man kept screaming things from outside and pounding on my door and sending threatening texts. Police showed up surprisingly quickly to my relief, and they caught the guy still in front of my house. They saw him step off the front stoop after he saw the cop car pulling up. I went outside right away and showed the police my car and the texts, and the big, roid-raging man was still yelling at me that I'm gonna fucking pay for talking shit about him to Kelly. I told him I hadn't spoken to Kelly in months, and he said, "Oh yeah, what about the texts?" as he was in handcuffs already. I said, "What texts?" and he accused me of being a bullshitter. So after he was brought away in one of 2 police cars, I gave the second police officer whatever information he needed of the situation between Kelly and I, and he told me I had a good case for harassment and should definitely file for a restraining order immediately. He told me to head to the precinct the next day, which is what I did. But I also unblocked Kelly and asked her what she said to her boyfriend and why. And after she responded claiming she had no idea what I was talking about, I sent her a long text giving her a piece of my mind.
She know what's going on.
Telling her about my getting a restraining order and telling her to seek help. I never heard from her again, nor her crazy, roid-raging, now ex-boyfriend. According to my friend, she deleted the picture with him literally the next day after that happened.
Wow.
I currently have a restraining order against both her and her ex-boyfriend, Javier Cruz. Be careful who you decide to date. There's a whole lot of crazy out there.
That's true. Whole lot of crazy. It's messed up, bro. Gotta be very.
My New Year's resolution is to say yes to everything.
Oh, we gotta make sure we got that on mute for the copywriters. All right, story number 2. Let's see what they got. It's getting juicier. That was warm up. It's getting juicier.
I dated my ex Kian for 2 years. It was a toxic, abusive relationship. I endured a lot of physical suffering from it, but I was always too scared to leave it. I live with my single mom on a rougher side of town, the place where I spent my entire childhood. Being a girl walking home alone at night here can be sketchy, which was part of the reason why I stayed with Kian for so long. He is a big guy, and I felt a sense of protection with him when he wasn't making me feel like shit. A big reason I stayed with him though towards the end was because I was scared of how he'd take it if I broke up with him. My mother always hated him though, and she knew he was no good for me. Unfortunately, it took me as long as it did to cut ties with him. I did it over text one day though, because I knew if I did it in person he'd hit me or go crazy.
That's the wrong guy for you to be with.
Seconds after I texted him, he tried calling me over and over. I wouldn't pick up because I was scared. So after the 3rd or 4th attempted call, he started typing for a few minutes, and the text I got from him was a long paragraph cursing me out, a lot of it in all caps. I texted him back that we could talk about it on the phone tomorrow when he's cooled off. He of course sent another paragraph, and I didn't read this one right away because I was about to cry, and I didn't want to deal with it at that moment. My mom was working her second job that night and wouldn't be home till around 2 in the morning. I had class the next day, so I went to bed early around 10, but falling asleep was difficult with my mind racing. Eventually though, I did fall asleep.
Uh-oh.
I woke up in the middle of the night to a sound from the outside of my room.
He's gonna come over there.
I looked at the clock and it was around 1 a.m. It wasn't uncommon for me to wake up to my mom getting home late at night after work. I was just surprised because she was home rather early this night. I sat up and saw something sitting on the edge of my bed. I realized it was my cat Nala. I got out of bed and went out into the hall and called my mom's name. All the lights were out. I knew for certain I heard something from out in the living room. I turned on the living room lights, but no one was here. I went to the front door to make sure it was locked, and it was. I checked through the window to the driveway, and my mom's car wasn't here, so I figured maybe I was just hearing things. I went back to my room and shut the door.
No, he's in there. He's
crawled back into bed.
He's playing hide and go seek.
Nala was still in the same spot on my bed. She hadn't moved. I tried to go back to sleep, and I suddenly heard another sound. I ran out to the living room again, and my mom wasn't here still. I suddenly realized Kian knew where we kept the spare key in the backyard.
Uh-oh.
What if he had just let himself in?
He let himself in.
I went back to my room and called my mom on my cell phone and told her. I had already texted her earlier about my breakup, so she already knew and was proud of me. She said she'd be home in a little bit, and that I could just be hearing house noises. I laid back down in my bed. Nala was still in the same position. I turned on the lamp and went to go pick her up, but I gasped when I saw her eyes lifelessly open and she wasn't breathing.
Oh, he
I
choked
picked her up and confirmed it. My cat was dead. I wanted to cry, but I covered my mouth. I suddenly knew that Kian was in the house and that he did this to punish me. I locked my bedroom door and called 911 and whispered into the phone that my crazy ex-boyfriend broke into my house and killed my cat. I was told to wait in the closet in my bedroom until I heard the police arrive. I stayed on the phone with 911 in the closet, waiting. At any time during this, the front door to the house could have opened and closed, and I wouldn't have been able to hear it. Eventually, the 911 operator told me the police were there. Apparently, the door was unlocked because they let themselves in. That meant Kian had probably just left. I went to the living room to find 2 police officers. I was bawling my eyes out over Nala now. The first thing they asked was, "Where is he?" And I said, "I think he left." I showed them my cat and the text from Kian. My mom came home shortly after I called her, and she cried over Nala too. The police were not very
And
helpful
that was a
at
family
all,
cat.
saying without any actual evidence that someone broke into the house, they couldn't just go and arrest someone. Nala had no stab marks or anything, so as messed up as it sounds, we couldn't even prove that she was likely murdered by Kian as revenge to me. The next day, my mom had the locks to the house changed.
Exactly.
The spare key in the backyard was
Good
still
idea.
there, but
If somebody ever break in that knows where a key is or have a spare key, change the doggone locks. They did a good job.
Kian easily could have put it back. I blocked Kian's number and all social media outlets. All the evidence pointed to him having done it. My mother and I went through the process of getting an order of protection against him, and the judge issued us a temporary one before our court date. The last time I ever saw Kian was in court, where thankfully the judge determined that the order of protection would remain in place. I still often think about how the first time I went downstairs, Kian was probably somewhere in the living room, hiding and watching me.
Exactly. Exactly. Story number 3. It should be the big hitter. We should be a big hitter.
When I was in junior year of high school, I had my first relationship. His name was Mike. He was a senior at a different high school the next town over. We met through Facebook. He messaged me and we started talking from there. We started hanging out and going to each other's games. I'd go to his football games, he'd come to my softball games. We officially became boyfriend-girlfriend after a few weeks. Since we were in high school, though, we didn't go on a lot of traditional dates like dinner or drinks. We were just kids still. Our dates usually consisted of getting burritos, going for drives, or hanging out at his place. My parents were always home and made it awkward in case we...
Because they said burritos, it's kind of funny because, you know, burritos are like the association with like a lot of farting and stuff. So I can imagine they had a lot of farting.
We wanted to do anything.
Just saying.
The best way I could describe Mike, he was a bit of a hothead. He was big for a 17-year-old.
Mikey!
That's why he played football.
Oh,
he
he
didn't
think
hang
he's
out
strong.
with the jocks. He hung out more with the stoner crowd and the regular crowd. At least that's what he told me. I didn't go to the same school as him, so I didn't see who he was with during lunch. I also didn't really meet a lot of his friends. We mostly hung out just the two of us, as opposed to group things. Since he lived kind of far though, and I couldn't drive yet, it did get annoying. And truthfully, I started to develop feelings for this boy, Andrew, at my own school in my grade. Around the same time, I felt myself losing interest in Mike. I wanted to test things out with Andrew. So one night...
She wanted to test things out with Andrew. Oh, that lecori. Goodness. So now she in a thing. She gonna go. Like she said, she gonna try things with Andrew. So here we go. Alrighty, what is she gonna try?
Night when Mike was asking to hang out, I asked him to pick me up so we could talk. He knew right away something was off when I said that. When he picked me up, we went for a drive, and I told him that I think we should take a break. He refused to accept that I was serious, and angrily demanded to know what he did. When I told him it's just that I felt the spark wasn't there anymore, he got so mad that he punched his dashboard, leaving a big indent in it. He started yelling and scaring me, so I was about to get out of the car, but
crazy.
He stopped me and put his hand on my shoulder and said, "No, no, no," and then asked me not to leave. He told me he's just angry, but that he'd drive me home. He put the car back in drive and started driving us. As we drove, he kept getting angrier, as he kept asking for more details of what he did wrong. He started blowing stop signs.
It's not funny, but it's funny.
I realized we weren't going in the
Hold on. He started Hold on, let's go back. He started... I can't even...
As we drove, he kept getting angrier, as he kept asking for more details of what he did wrong. He started blowing stop signs, and that's when I realized we weren't going in the direction of my parents' house.
Oh, Lord.
I asked him to pull over and let me out, and he yelled no. We were approaching some wooded area, and that's when I started getting really scared. I had never seen him like this before, but he was showing me a crazy side of himself. I got out of the car when he stopped it on the side of some quiet road. He yelled for me to come back, but I didn't. My mom came to pick me up.
Wow.
Mike sent me an apology text later that night that I didn't respond to. 2 nights later, I left my house to walk to Andrew's house, who I had plans to hang out with. He lived only 2 blocks away from me. On my way there, I spotted someone across the street. Not too far behind me. He at the same pace as me.
Wowzers.
They were wearing a hoodie with the hood up. I couldn't see their face. Foot traffic on our block wasn't too common, but it also wasn't super weird either. The closer I got to Andrew's house, the closer the person across the street got. As I continued up the street, I turned again and saw the person was now on the same side of the street as me.
Ooh.
My heart started to race. I started walking faster. According to my phone, Andrew's house was coming up just on the right.
Listen.
I texted him to come outside, please, because I think I'm being followed.
And he gonna see you with the new Duke. He gonna be like, oh, so that's why? So that's why she playing me? Or that's why she wanna leave me? Because she got a new Duke? Alright. Let's see what Andrew does. Wait. Yeah, let's see if Andrew comes out and protect. Let's see.
He replied back, okay. I turned one more time as I heard the sound of shoes running on the sidewalk approaching from behind me.
Oh, Lord.
I saw the guy in the black hoodie running at me. I screamed and ran as fast as I could for about 5 seconds, before seeing Andrew run to the front of his house in confusion. I turned around again and saw the guy in black running the opposite direction down the street. I keep saying the guy in black, but I know it was Mike. That guy had an identical height to him from what I could tell. A few instances happened after that, like getting calls with no caller ID and seeing Mike's car parked outside my parents' house in the middle of the night. My parents were aware of what was going on, and one day, my dad drove us over to Mike's house and knocked on the front door while I was in the car and had a long, loud talk with Mike's parents. I lowered the windows to listen, and most notably what my dad yelled was that he doesn't care how old Mike is, that it's still harassment, and if he keeps trying to contact me in any way, that we'd get police involved. It worked. Mike stopped trying to contact me after that. For those wondering, Andrew and I ended up dating for around a year. My relationship with Mike was an early lesson in my life to watch out for red flags.
Man, she left Andrew too. She left Andrew because she's a doggone taster-aller. I don't know what the heck I just said. She want to taste the rainbow. She want to experience many flavors, bro. She don't give a doggone about Andrew. No, after you heard her, dated about around a year, and then it's done. They're in high school. They just trying to have fun or whatever. She ain't taking it serious. She trying to taste the rainbow, man. She don't give a doggone. Well, her ex almost got her, and Andrew left her as well, man. Andrew left her as well. We're going to get to the final video or the main video of the live stream. Tonight, it hasn't been that scary. Like it is not really that scary to me. I don't know. I'm cool. I'm cool, guys. I got my chips on me. I know you guys heard me crunching. If you haven't already, go get your snacks, man. It's the last scary video. Last scary video, and then we're gonna get to some other videos. But last scary video, so go get your snacks, go get your hot cocoa, use the restroom or something. Let me take a sip. Don't forget to smash the like button. Turn on your notification bell if you haven't already, so you know when I do my lives. And then also, I'll be trying to send notifications of lives during the week when I go live. So just like for Scary Saturdays, I'll make sure I send you guys notification for that. But without further ado, let me pull up the last video. Glad to be back with another live stream on the main channel. Definitely go check out the other channels if you like gaming. I got a gaming channel, Eddyed Gaming. You can go over there, subscribe, and enjoy the content. I've completed one gameplay, and I'm on to the second gameplay. I'm playing Star Wars, and then I also do like live streams where you can come on and hang and you know, all that good stuff. But without further ado, let's get to this Scary Saturdays video. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Okay, here we go. Wait, did I switch the scene? Okay, I switched it. We're good. All right. oh lordy. That intro was crazy. Okay, we have 3 true Airbnb horror stories. Now, before we even get into it, I used Airbnbs. I had this one really nice Airbnb. There's one really nice Airbnb I went to last year. And I know we could say last year, but last year wasn't too far away. But probably like, man, this had to be around September of last year. Very nice. Looked like a hotel. Nothing happened at that hotel. But what I'm just trying to say is that I use Airbnbs too, so I gotta be careful out here, because if you're not careful, you're gonna get into the wrong one, the wrong neighborhood, and some action could transpire. So we gotta take this. Let's learn from this video, and if you guys use Airbnbs too, we gotta also make sure you do your research, be extra careful, and if you can, maybe avoid them. Maybe go to the hotel instead. You know, I know everybody like to save a couple dollars here and there, but if you rather have another day or the best day, which one would you pick? I pick the another day. Anyway, let's get to the video. Eddyed TV. Ooh, the editing is clean.
I rent out my...
Hold on, let's go back. The editing was... Ooh. That was clean.
I rent out my South Carolina house on Airbnb whenever I'm not using it. It's a modest 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom.
Oh, sorry guys. One more thing. Let me crack my can open and let you guys hear this nice sound effect. It's almost there. Okay. Just wanted to give you guys that nice sound effect. That's all. Let's get back to the video.
House by the beach. 2 of the bedrooms are guest rooms, which are accessible to the people renting it. The master bedroom I keep locked with my clothes and certain belongings in there. That room is for me. I have to keep my stuff somewhere instead of lugging it back and forth every time I go down there. I have a regular lock and then a deadbolt lock on there, so no one's ever getting in there unless they chop the door down or break through the window. But also, it's not like I keep anything super expensive in there, mainly just clothing. This was early last spring. It was still chilly up in Massachusetts where I live most of the year. I wanted to take a drive down to my South Carolina house for the week. For the most part, I work remotely, so luckily I'm able to do this when I want to. Ordinarily, I'd have my usual cleaning lady come and clean the house after each guest leaves. The cost of her service is baked into the price of the rental on Airbnb. But since I was going down right after the current renter would leave, I just pocketed the cleaning lady money and planned on going down to clean it myself. The last renter was a guy named Ramon. Through our messages, he told me he was renting with his fiancée and asked for good restaurants to eat at in the area. He seemed trustworthy. I always prefer to rent to couples or smaller groups of women as opposed to groups of young men, because they're usually the ones to come and get shit-faced and potentially damage the place. I started my drive very early in the morning. It was about a 16-hour drive, stopping only for a quick bite and to use the bathroom.
A 16-hour drive?
By the time I got to the house, it was about 10 o'clock at night.
That is local.
I went to unlock and open the front door first, before going back to my car to grab my bags and go inside. I was shot from driving. I didn't even bother checking the place out or anything for a mess.
Heck no.
I just went straight to my bedroom door to unlock it. I collapsed into the bed without brushing my teeth or anything. For those that haven't done it, a 16-hour straight drive will absolutely kill you.
Understandable.
I crawled under the covers, and I was out like a baby in a matter of minutes. You'd think I'd have slept through the night, but no, I woke up in a black room. The clock next to my bed read 11:30 p.m. I had only been asleep for a little more than an hour. Something woke me up. I grabbed my phone to check for any texts out of habit. Then I turned on the bedside lamp. I looked around the room, then got up and went out to the living room. I took this moment to start analyzing the place. I didn't notice a single thing moved. Not a pillow, not a can of beer, nothing. I went to the bedrooms. Both were void of any people, though the covers on a bed in one of the rooms seemed to have been moved. So yes, they did come. I thought they may have been the cleanest couple to have ever stayed in my place. I have a camera set up on the front porch of the house. I never really think to check it unless a customer is giving me any kind of hard time, but I was curious. I opened the app to the camera system on my phone and went to the movement history. It picked up on a man entering the house via the code lock 3 days earlier. Just a man though, he had no woman with him. Strange. I checked for any other movement.
Ramon! What happened, Papa? Hey, Ramon is a liar.
Updates from then until the moment.
A 2-man and a truck.
Ramon.
You and your
hey, whoa, they trying to get us again. Boy, they trying to get us with this copyright strike. They're trying to, man. Ramon is a liar, bro. That's scary. I don't know about Ramon, man. He said he got a wife coming, or his fiance. First of all, he ain't supposed to be doing trips like this with us. Let me mind my
When
business.
I showed up, which it also caught on video, and there was nothing. I checked it over like 5 times. I suddenly got the chills. I went to the Airbnb app to message Ramon and ask if he checked out okay, even though it was late at night. I went to check the bedroom where I presumed he slept in. I started checking under the bed and in the closets. I was yanking the closet doors open as if I were ripping off a band-aid. Each time, I was greeted with an empty closet. I moved along to the second guest bedroom. Both twin beds in here were still neat and untouched. As I yanked open the last closet he could have been in,
Oh, Lord.
I saw that it was empty.
Okay.
I sat on one of the beds for a second to just stare at the conversation between Ramon and I. That's when I heard the master bedroom door click shut, quietly, in a way that a person would have done it, not a draft. I went out to the living
Not
room.
a who?
In a way that a person would have done it, not a draft.
What's
I
a
went out to
draft?
the living room and looked at the master bedroom door. I said, "Ramon, are you still in here?" with a shake in my voice. No response. I could see the light was still on in the room through the bottom crack of the door. I got on all fours to look under the crack of the door, and I fell backwards when I saw 2 feet standing not far behind the door, maybe a couple feet away. I went to the knife holder in the kitchen planning to grab the biggest carving knife, and it was already taken. By this point, my only logical option was to leave the house and call 911, and that's what I did. I waited out front until the police showed up.
Oh, great.
And as we went inside, there was Ramon, waiting in the
Whoa.
living room, no knife in hand. He spoke in this Portuguese accent, acting all innocent, saying he just needed a place to stay for one more night, which was complete bullshit. He denied ever picking up the knife, which was conveniently placed back in the knife holder now.
Oh!
After 30 minutes of 2 police officers outside talking to Ramon and 2 inside talking to me, they actually let him go and told me I should contact Airbnb and try to work it out with them. And I was just shocked. I felt like the police didn't do their job. After everyone left, I changed the lock code on the door, and I contacted Airbnb about what happened. Though I didn't receive payment for the extra day Ramon squatted in my house, they did apparently ban him from ever using the app again.
Wow.
Doesn't really feel like proper justice, though, when he was potentially waiting to stab me in my own house. in my
Stab
own
her up,
bedroom.
bro. Nah, that's crazy. Because you know what? I was thinking about, this Airbnb thing, but to have some crazy customers is a real thing. I remember, quick story. Well, it was not a story because it's something that's online, but this one lady was renting an Airbnb. I think she rented it for about 7 days or whatever. The owner came back to the house, and hold on, let me switch the scene. Hold on. So the owner came back to the house, and when the owner came back to the house, the lady that was living there for a certain amount of time was supposed to be gone when the owner came back. Owner came back, lady was still there. Lady's like, "You're supposed to be out of here. You only pay for this amount of days to get out the house." And things escalated. Things kind of, got stern between both of them. Basically, the lady that rented the place, as the customer, was like, "Hey, I'm not going nowhere. I pay rent. Now I'm living here too. Like, what you gonna do about it?" Scary part is that she really could barely do anything about it, because it's some technicality as far as paperwork and laws or whatever the heck. She basically kind of had the right to be there a little bit. I don't know how, but that was what the legality was in the situation, which was pretty crazy. So all that to say is that if you are the host, you could get some crazy customers. You could get some crazy customers, and vice versa. If you are the customer, you could get a crazy host that's weird. There's a lot of strange things that can happen. You just never know. That's why you got to be extra careful, and you got to pay attention to details, and you got to have security measures in case something like this happens. You can always back it up. All right, say no more Airbnbs for me. I heard about that same case. It's crazy. It is crazy. But let's continue with the story. This is kind of changing my mind a little bit more.
I'm 26 years old, still living with my parents. I'm not content with my job, and I'm in a relationship that I'm not too sure about. To say I've been stressed would be a monumental understatement.
Oh.
My mom and I were not getting along one week, and everyone was just bothering me. I wanted to escape for a weekend. I looked into little one-bedroom Airbnbs up in the mountains, and found one for cheap. It was in Troutdale, Virginia, a couple hours away from us. And based on the pictures, it was this nice, private, and peaceful-looking little place surrounded by woods. It was the fall too, so the foliage was going to be beautiful. I told my parents I was going there for the weekend. My mom seemed overly happy about me leaving for the weekend. My girlfriend was more so just confused, finding it weird and suspicious that I was going away to some random cabin in the woods alone for a weekend. When Friday came, I packed a backpack full of clothes, toiletries, and my laptop, and I headed out for the road. It was around a 2.5-hour drive door to door. The area of Troutville was very quiet and scenic. It was a perfect escape from suburbia back home. I needed a nice weekend just to spend to myself. I was driving up a gravel road when my GPS told me I arrived. I saw an opening in the trees next to the road. The instructions the owner of the Airbnb gave me were to cut through this opening onto the grass and up the little hill. I did exactly this, and there I saw the cute little house sitting at the top of the hill. The second I stepped out of the car, I inhaled the fresh rural air, instantly feeling happy I did this. The owner told me where to find the key to the front door.
Nice scenery.
I let myself in and checked the place out.
Hey.
It was a nice cozy living room, small kitchen,
Cozy.
bathroom, and one loft bedroom that you had to climb a ladder-like stairway to get up into.
Oh, a little bit
There was
scary.
a circular window
but okay.
over the bed. Lots of light got into the house, which was nice. I went out to walk some of the trails the owner told me about a 5-minute drive away.
Maybe
On the
animals
drive
in
back
there.
to the house afterwards, I noticed these two guys walking down the gravel road, and as my car was passing, they literally stopped in their tracks to turn and look at me as I passed. I waved and smiled, thinking they were friendly locals, but they didn't wave back. It was completely off-putting. They looked at me as if my driving down the road was a crime. I didn't look back. I turned into the entrance of the property and back up the hill. I started reading one of the books I brought with me in the living room with the fireplace going. It was incredibly cozy.
I don't know about that.
The sun was on its way down, and after reading a chapter of my book, I realized I was getting hungry. I went outside to my car, about to drive to the nearest Walmart, when I noticed two men kind of running into the woods down the hill by the entrance of the property, probably in response to seeing me come outside. I wondered if it was those two guys from the road earlier.
It was, man.
It was
Come
incredibly
on.
strange.
Come on, son.
I
It was
suddenly
them.
decided to take my laptop and backpack with me in the car while I was gone just to be safe. On the drive into town, I messaged the owner letting him know about this. He replied saying it's nothing to be alarmed about. There's a lot of teens in the area that walk around. So I dismissed it. I drove like 20 minutes to the closest Walmart since there were literally no grocery stores in the area.
Of course it's
I picked up a
not,
few
man.
food items to hold me over. Some milk, granola bars, fruit, frozen dinners, bread, and cold cuts.
Hold on. Let's go back. Hold on.
There were literally no grocery stores in the area. I picked up a few food items to hold me over. Some milk, granola bars, fruit, frozen dinners, bread, and cold cuts.
You are nasty. Milk granola bars. Cold cuts. Oh my gosh. This guy's this guy he ain't running longer than 5 minutes, bro. He not running longer than 5 minutes, son.
By the time I got back to the Airbnb, it was completely pitch black out. There were no streetlights on these gravelly roads, and with no neighboring houses, truly the only light was from my headlights. It was creepy for sure.
It is.
I pulled up to the hill to the
It's
little
super
house.
creepy.
It was almost hard to find in the dark. I grabbed my backpack and the grocery bag and went up to the house in the dark, using my phone's flashlight to see. Once inside, I locked the door immediately.
Oh boy.
It was creepy out there. I ate real quick and went back to reading my book by the fire, and pretty soon the lights to the room suddenly cut out, and the only light in the entire house was from the fireplace.
Shoot,
I tried
son.
flicking on anything electric, but
Nah,
the
they
power was gone.
they got you.
I went to message the owner again, who swiftly replied back to check the main breaker in the circuit box outside by the telephone pole near the back of the house.
They
I
got
didn't
you.
reply. There was no way in hell I was going out there. I was already paranoid from earlier. And why would the power be randomly cut out anyway?
No.
Something was off.
Bro,
I heard
you're
a creak
right.
in the floorboard from the darkest corner of the room by the bathroom door.
Wowzers.
I looked over.
Get your knife. Get the knife. Get the gun. Get the weapon. Because you're going to need it. They're coming for you, man.
Saw this tall, looming figure in the doorway of the bathroom, lit up only by the fireplace. My worst fear had been realized. This was actually happening. A soft yet deep and disturbing voice told me to remain calm and give him everything I had. I was so scared I could barely speak.
Oh, freak.
I said all I had
Oh,
was my
Lord.
laptop and some clothes. He told me to empty my wallet of all my money, which I did. As he stood in the doorway, I still couldn't see his face. He told me to go into the kitchen and stay there. Moments later, I heard the door to the house close. I looked into the living room. My laptop, backpack, and money was all gone.
Wow.
I called 911 quietly to report a robbery. 20 minutes later, an officer arrived. I described the two guys I'd seen walking down the street earlier that day, assuming it was them working together on this. Basically, all the officer could tell me was that they'd be on the lookout for anyone matching those descriptions. I messaged the owner to tell him what happened, and he was sympathetic at first, or so it seemed. He said I could go home the next day, but he didn't want to refund me for my horrible experience. A trip I thought would be a nice detox for a stressful point in my life only made it worse. Luckily, my laptop was only like $400, and I didn't pack any expensive clothing, but it was still the scariest experience of my life. There is a small part of me that believes the Airbnb host may have something to do with it.
For real.
I still have no idea how that guy got into the house.
Exactly. Hold on. If it was a look, let's do some investigative discovery here. If that was a code connected door, it's a setup, bro. There's no way he's knowing the code. Like, there's no way he's knowing. Well, he did. Well, hold on, because he was reading the book. He ate, and then the lights cut off. So maybe the guy got in there after he cut off the lights, but it sounded like he was there before he cut off the lights or something, or maybe the other guy did. I don't know, but if he got in when there was power on, I believe the host is a setup. And see, that's another crazy thing. Like, this host is crazy. You can get a strange host. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know what exactly is happening, or, with these Airbnbs and stuff. Like, anything could go down. It's really scary when you think about it. It's actually really scary. So that's why it's like, you got to be extra careful when it comes to the details. And then at the same time, it could be perfect setups too. It could be like everything is good. Everything matches up. And you won't have no red flags until you get there. It could be a perfect situation like that. It's just really scary. I don't know if there's any significant way to always be like, okay, this is a good spot or this is a bad spot. I don't think you can 100% say either or. I think it's really up for grabs, kind of. There are signs that places are good, and there are signs places are bad. But hopefully the bad ones get taken down, and they do their job. But let me see. If he said cold cuts. Yeah, he said cold cuts. I would have tried to get a refund. Yeah, I would try to get a refund too, man. But I think the host is onto it. Like, it is a part of the whole operation. Stealing people money. And then,
Where is that?
they keep trying to get me with this copyright. That look a nice game. Oh, should I play it? Dead Space. Wow. All right. Story number 3. This would be a juicy one.
So a few years back, after some friends and I graduated high school, we celebrated in the White Mountains National Forest Reserve. We only lived 2 or so hours away, so it wasn't much of a hike. We all packed inside my friend Alexis's car. Also with us was my friend Rob, his girlfriend Stephanie, and our friend Kelly. Alexis's car was a Hyundai Accent, so a very small vehicle.
It sounds
We
small.
didn't pack much. We were headed to this Airbnb in Carroll, New Hampshire at the height of the summer.
Ew.
It was a gorgeous drive.
The ugly
Once we got
building.
to the house, it was just as depicted in the photos. Only the pictures didn't include the shambling-looking shed next to the
Oh,
house.
Lord.
It seemed like it had seen better years.
Doggone
I
Michael
probably
Myers
could have knocked it down
is
myself.
in there.
Alexis joked around that maybe some old crazy guy lived in there.
Bro,
and
listen.
that's why the place was so cheap.
Hey.
We all laughed it off and unpacked our things.
See, they laugh.
I'll
This
be
is
honest. I was really
the
into
cabin in the
Alexis,
woods,
and
bro.
I
Hold
think
on.
she was
This is the cabin in the mother loving woods. You're gonna get got. This is it. Yep. Whatever's in there is in there. It's cabin in the woods. Come on, guys. Stop playing.
things. I'll be honest. I was really into Alexis, and I think she was into me on account that she said we should share a bed. More so because the third bedroom had 2 doors leading to the outside and had a perfect view of that old shed.
Oh my gosh.
So she didn't want to sleep there, and she wouldn't let me. We both put our things in the living room and made the pull-out couch our bed. Not much happened the first night. A little later, we all sat in the hot tub in the garage/rec room. Alexis sat next to me, and we faced the woods, while Rob and his girlfriend were opposite of us.
Okay.
Rob's girlfriend couldn't step completely into the water
double
on
date.
account of the stitches she just got. Stephanie and I were always good friends, and carried on with stories and joked about high school, sipping on our potentially illegally acquired booze. Kelly, on the other hand, was changing and not with us. Rob kicked my leg from under the water and winked, seeing how close Alexis was getting to me, but that wasn't too much of a deal. We tried to plan out our next day, and talked about hiking to Mount Washington and the Flume Gorge. After a good soak, I eased into bed with Alexis, and we watched Rick and Morty for a while,
He said
until the
ease.
clock struck 2 a.m. and we sat outside. The stargazing here was supposed to be amazing, and a bit later, Kelly tagged along with us. What happened next was hard to explain. In front of the house was this huge deck that we were sitting on. It was pitch black, and no cars were around. More or less, we were in the middle of nowhere. No one really understands true silence until you're away from cars or planes for that matter. The sky was brightly lit, purple, blue, full of stars. Kelly hushed me one time. Just a few feet away from the porch, she heard some crunching, as if something was approaching the deck. There was definitely something walking out there. I waved it off as a raccoon or fox,
Oh, heck
until the
no.
steps sounded heavy, and I looked at Alexis. The fear began to set in as I
boy.
noticed her gaze was looking towards the old shed where the footsteps had began. Quickly, I ushered the girls into the cabin and locked all the doors. I tried to explain to them that it's still possibly an animal, especially if animals had taken over that old shed. Easily, both of them calmed down. Kelly walked back into her room, and I again laid down beside Alexis. The next morning, I woke up to Rob and his girlfriend cooking breakfast in the kitchen, which was just across the room from Alexis and I. We had a big day planned out, and we did quite a lot of hiking.
Okay, they
with
survived.
Most of us forgetting what
Okay.
had transpired last night,
All right.
other than Alexis. When we came back from hiking, Alexis suggested exploring the old shed that was
Ah,
beside
my
the house.
gosh. Here she want to
Now
do
that
with the... Here she go with the movie scene actions, man. You want to explore the shed? Doggone it. Now you're going to be dead. I just did it for rhyming. But, man, what, like, come on, guys. Haven't y'all watched the movie? Haven't y'all seen the movies? Ah, let's go, man.
It was daylight. Nothing that bad could happen, right? And I'll be honest, I didn't want to, but I didn't want Alexis to think I was a wuss. We opened the screen door.
Hey, listen,
investigated-
Alexis, you could think I'm a wuss. Anything you want. That shed, I don't know what's in there. We ain't going. Okay? But my guy over here, he felt like he was being punked out. And so he had to rock out. I'm sorry, guys. But he might be the one that gets got. I don't know.
Investigating the first room. There was an old rickety rocking chair. Seemed it might break if I tried to sit in it. The next door had one of those brass doorknobs, but it was rusted and dented. I looked at Alexis before grabbing the door, and she groaned as she opened the door. There wasn't much to the room. The floor was dirt. There was dirt-caked windows and some trash on the floor. Alexis made a point that it smelt of cigarette smoke. It may have been the designated
Grandpa
smoking
smoking.
spot in the Airbnb. We both shrugged it off and joined the others out back. Rob was starting a fire. Some typical conversation was going on. Rob poked fun at Alexis and I. The sun set, and I turned off the floodlight out back to make the ambiance of our fire nicer. Some chuckles and stories are passed around, Rob and I boasting about our feats and whatnot. Then there grows a silence. That same crunching from last night is heard behind us, just against the tree line. Except it was faster and headed in our direction.
Oh, freak.
And just like that, there was a flash of green light lighting up the entirety of the backyard for just a moment.
Huh?
Whatever was running towards us halted, but my thoughts were ruptured by Stephanie's screams as she bolted towards the house. Behind us, a blood-curdling cry or yelp was heard, a deafening sound that at first we thought was a siren. I instantly stood up, yelling for everyone to get inside. Stephanie must have saw whatever it was that made that cry. In my bolt, I accidentally knocked over Kelly, who hadn't gathered the entire scene yet. I turned around to help her up. Rob was already halfway to the house. I ran to help Alexis gather our food items. Last thing we wanted if it was a bear for them to stay any longer. After that, I rushed Alexis to the back door, where Rob was waiting for us with some kind of bear spray. I already at this point had my Bowie knife out.
Yeah.
I commanded him to
get
go
your
in,
weapons.
but he yelled at me to go in because he's got the range. The two of us saw this black mass walking along the outskirts of our fire. We didn't stay long enough to find out what it was. After meeting the girls in the living room, we called the police immediately. The officer reported to the house and looked all around with his flashlight, finding nothing. He clarified to us that the flash was due to lightning striking a nearby power line or transformer. As for the thing, he said it was likely a fisher cat or something.
What?
But Stephanie said that she saw a man, hunched over with a cloak or blanket hung over him. Least to say, we didn't stay the next night over.
Heck no.
The sheer paranoia of someone or something stalking us in the woods was reason enough. To say the least, we haven't returned to the mountains since.
Heck no.
Who knows what's crawling around in those woods?
Heck no, man. Listen. See. Now I was even thinking about planning going on a trip in Ohio or something like that. But now I'm thinking. Listen, man. If I don't got a shotty to the body or a long one for the naughty, I don't know what else rhymes. Hey, but I'm saying, man, this is what I'm saying. Enough with the rhyming. If I'm rethinking this going to the woods, Ohio trip. It might seem beautiful, but at night, when things start lurking in the woods, when you're far away from the town and the city, you have to have good weapons, man. You have to have good security measures. You have to have lights, weapons, and escape route. Because if you don't have those top three things, I think, escape route, weapons, and lights to see what's around you, you might be gone, man. You might be lured into the woods and never found. Excuse me. Whenever I drink this, I start burping because it's like it's sparkly. But yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. Boo said I would have left and found a way home. Okay, and we got Benny. I would never go to those woods. Hey, especially that cabin that was kind of messed up. Like, why are we trying to discover what's inside there when you all the way inside the woods like that? Like, it might be fun. Actually, it might be pretty exciting and thrilling, but I don't got time, man. I don't got time for that. Without further ado, let's get to our funny videos for the night. Let's end it off with a laugh. I mean, this one wasn't really that scary to me. Hopefully, you guys aren't feeling too scary. Hopefully, ironically, you guys aren't in an Airbnb as we speak, because then that would be pretty scary to be in an Airbnb as we're watching horror stories in Airbnbs. That would be crazy. But hopefully you guys aren't in that situation. And hey, appreciate it, Benny. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys, for those who haven't already. Make sure you turn on your the notification bell so you know when I go live once again. But like I say, Airbnbs, we all can learn from this situation. Make sure you do extra and you be extra careful. If you do go into a place that's like in the woods, just know, like, you have to have a plan of escape. Know how far the place is from the city. Just know, like, all the details you need to get safe or be safe. If you don't and something happen like that, you could be that could be the last Airbnb you visit. I don't know. But just let's be careful out here, and this is a good lesson. All right, let's go to our fun videos or our lighter videos of the stream. Now we got we got a guy at Bassmaster. He does a drive-through prank. So let's watch this, man. Let's watch this at Bassmaster. He does his character Mumbles in a drive-through. I think it's pretty funny. Let's see.
Let's get a big keep on burger started with that. And make it, huh?
Oh, this video is called Mumbles the Cowboy.
No, make the full portion capable burger and super medium with smoke. And then I'll take small size cheeseburger, put full size onion.
I'm sorry, what kind of burger?
Small bean burger.
Alright, so you want a cheeseburger?
No, small licky Josh. Could you get sauce on that too, please?
You said, what kind of burger?
Small size burger, but get Max Crispies one and get with that with
Smoked ass burger.
Turn around for the first window for me.
Okay. Hey, get that meat sauce burger. That can't pull Josh from both sides.
he said meat sauce. Hold on, let me turn on the lights. Let me turn on the lights, man. Did he say meat sauce burger? This guy, man.
And the large. The meat sauce burger that's very focused in them to keep it with lettuce and cheese.
Like a Big Mac?
Oh yeah, Mitch Mac, sport rice with the flats. You know how to bread? Yeah. Oh hey man, listen, I want to get your malt lax burgers, sauce in the burger, and I ask you for a large.
Hamburger with tomato?
Smash burgers, you don't match. I want ham. You know what I'm talking about? That multi you want to treat that? Yeah. What do you eat to watch? What it called? Oh no, come on.
Hold on, he said, yeah. He didn't know what he said, son. Let's go back.
Smash burgers, you don't match. I want ham. You know what I'm talking about? That multi you want to treat that? Yeah. What do you eat to watch? What it called? Oh no, come on. I seen on the commercial. The pulled pot sausage stack on burgers. You get, yeah, multi coat. Malt licky sauce. No, Bartle sauce.
Bartle sauce.
Blue House blue sauce.
Blue
sauce. Any sauce.
He said Blue House blue.
Bartle.
Hold
Blue
on.
House blue sauce. Ball stacking sauce. Any sauce. Bartle sauce. There you go. Yeah.
Hey,
No, man.
hey, look, he's making up everything he's saying. These aren't real words, bro. This character to me is funny.
Believe it or not, really Eagles, man. That's
Oh,
all
Blue
there.
Deuce. Appreciate you, Benny. Appreciate you, Rye. What's up, Blue
I'm a big
Deuce?
Eagles fan, yeah. They put barbecues with them Cowboys, and they can't pour shots when they come out in the shitty bones. They say, yo, change them up real quick, right?
This guy.
All right, boss.
It's so, you know what's so funny? It's funny what like the people that is being done to, how they try to like play along and act like they're actually like, understanding what he's saying. Let's go back a couple seconds. My bad. I know I keep on going back, but look at the guy's face that's acting like he knows what he's talking about.
Barbecues with them Cowboys, and they can't pour shots when they come out in the shitty bones. They say, yo, change their mind real quick, right? All right, boss. Bart'll do.
Oh, copyright. Hold on, wait.
Up, yo. Hey, poke about Jack, me, book right there. You're doing pranks and watching my blogs and it's videos that smart time and time and get it, everybody.
Okay, I think it's done for right there. That was funny just for that. Let's actually look at one more of his with the
Surfer Sweeper dry cloths, grab dust and hair.
with the Mumbles character. He says the guy sounds like he's from South Carolina. South Carolina. Yeah, I hear there's some places that like there's some people that I guess they speak no, not I was gonna say Cajun, but not Cajun. Is it Cajun? There's a type of, it's a name for them, but I hear they speak like you cannot understand. If you're not from there, you can't understand what they're saying. They're country to the bone, and it's like a different like the way they talk is different. So whatever they are, I think it's called Cajun or something else. It's not Cajun. It's I don't know why it's not Cajun. It's something else. But when I figure it out, I'll figure it out later. He's so funny. How does he do it without laughing? I know it's so hard without doing it without laughing. I have an idea for a YouTube video. Okay, drop your idea for a YouTube video, and I'll check it out.
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, California China might have been bourbon burger.
I'm sorry?
California China California the bomb burger.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna die just now, cause like the sparkles choked me. This guy said bottom burger. Hold on, this guy's good, man. You gotta give it up for this guy. He's smooth with it.
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, California China might have been bourbon burger.
I'm sorry?
California China California the bomb burger.
I'm sorry, I don't really understand what you're trying to say.
Oh hey, Champagne Calipata with a bomb burger.
I'm sorry, we don't know what kind of burger you're actually asking for. What kind of burger was that?
They want Chicago on the TV. They can't come on with a buck.
Oh, the
Count
Whopper Jr.?
No, call them Pablo burgers. It can't burger ring. It can't pull Bible
Look at her
burger.
face.
Oh, no, we don't have those.
You don't have the Count Pablo burgers? Hey, what was shop 195? Anybody got them?
I don't know if anyone's got them, but I know we don't have them.
Huh. Y'all got Luke and Mile burgers? No. Traveling burgers?
No.
Two Tattle burgers?
No. We don't have any. We have just cheeseburgers, hamburgers, Whoppers.
Huh. California Mile. Bartle
Huh?
Bartle
What?
Bartle
Well, no, we don't have any either.
You don't got Bartle
No.
You got bottle do?
Yeah, okay, I shot a Bartle taco.
I'm sorry?
Y'all call shot a Bartle taco? Well, cap on a shot, I'm over the Bartle taco.
Hold on 1 second.
Alright, crap monks, thank.
What did you say?
I want to get one more shot.
He said crumble steak. Ah, he said shot up a bottle for the boba burger. This guy is crazy. I love Ed Bassmaster. Let's go back a little bit. I gotta hear him do this combination one more time.
Well, cap on a shot, I'm over the Bartle taco.
Hold on 1 second.
Alright, crap monks, thank.
What did you say?
I want to get one more shot with the crap monks Bartle tacos. Can you mix them up?
I really don't know what you're saying to.
I'll pop.
Accent is really deep.
With the crap on shot with the honkaki tacky inside.
You talking about a gordita crunch?
Yeah.
She thinks she figured it out.
T-Swole said I come on with their tacos and then we'll show out one shot.
I'm sorry, I really don't understand what you're saying to me.
She was being real nice, but she was really trying to figure it out.
Hi, can I take your order?
Yeah, who got cap on somebody, mother?
Sorry, what?
Who cap on with Shannon with the bean burger or boo burger?
The number 8?
No, right, no. Can't pull cab with the bee burger or boom burger. Get someone with McDonald's, right? I'm loving it, McDonald's. Get my boom burger. Got mine right here.
How about number 7?
Number 7. What? I'm gonna pull up. I'm pulling up. Yo, Coke, pull cab, pop bush of the burgers. And
She laughing already.
Cheese.
She laughing already.
I'm not catching. What you trying to tell me?
They on cheese. Get McDonald's. They can't poke cornbread. I'm in Texas, where I'm from. They can't poke.
Look at her. She look at her, y'all. She had her hand over her mouth like this, cause she trying to like she's smiling and laughing. So she had her hand over her like this so she won't laugh. But she laughing. She Vanos Houdini.
Careful with the Tom Boom burgers. Can't pull problems. Y'all catch that bean burgers or no?
She laughing.
Bartle D.
What you seen on our menu, boys, what we got?
That's it. Can I get a Coke? Coke?
Up here, we eat different. That's why.
Yeah, it's down there. Oh, every McDonald's, Burger King, Sandy, Taco Bell, Small Burger, Blue Burger. What kind you want? Boom, 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 boom. We got it. Yeah. All right, Bartle D. How's it going?
All
You go Kuma Shamba, no burgers no more. Alright. They say one down south, they can't Kuma Shamba to stack 'em burger. Over here they ain't got them.
No, they don't. They don't.
You don't know what he said.
They don't got no money. Bart'll do. Bart'll do.
Yeah?
Yeah. Alright, Bart'll do.
Bart'll do?
Yeah. Alright.
Be cool.
He had no idea what this guy. He had no idea what this guy said, man. Bottle do. Ah, okay. So we got Blue Deuce in the chat with Vanos Houdini or Houdini. Let's see. Vanos Houdini. If this is an inappropriate video, we gotta get off of it, son. SFM. Okay, this looks like it might be. Nah, I can already tell it's gonna be something crazy. Nah, and it's probably gonna be copyright. Nah. But I do have good news. If you would like me to react to the videos like that soon and very soon, we have the membership program coming. So if you guys want to have exclusive videos and more content, and I'm gonna make a video with the whole announcement, but just know that the membership is coming. So if you want me to react to videos, custom videos like that, definitely join the membership for that, because that's going to be added into that. So, but for now, we ain't doing none of that because it's going to get blocked. It's going to, it's going to mess up the flow of things. So if you want that, just wait for the membership to come out, and man, we're going to have fun over there. We got a lot of different combinations coming with that. But for now, I'm going to save it until until I make the announcement video, and then we'll keep it rocking and popping like that. We got one more video, and then we're going to close it out for the night.
What time it is by any chance?
Excuse me?
What time it is?
I don't have my watch with me, but I think it's about 1:30.
These days you can't even find a watch. It's all cell phones,
I know.
digital technology. No, I'm serious. Back in the day, you could get a watch, wind it up once.
Oh, yeah, this is crying in public. So he just randomly starts crying, I guess.
Year.
Well, like I said, even a telephone. You can't find a telephone to make a call anymore.
Everybody's a cell phone. Everybody's a cell phone. You go out to dinner, everybody's on their phones anymore. It breaks my heart.
You're exactly right. It's going to get worse.
It's going to get way worse, man. It's going to get way worse.
Have a good day there,
You
guys.
too. Oh,
Take care.
Sorry. I was leaning on you there. They don't make them like they used to. This one's got the kid fishing with his dad. That brings back memories.
Just leave it like it is. You don't even have to add a picture. Just put it up.
But it is just like me and my pop fishing back in the day. I was a little squirt, catching them.
The guy's like, hey, man, get away from me.
My old carbon monoxide detector. Okay. What happened was, last Tuesday we were all sitting around the house. Everything was normal, and then all of a sudden, it started beeping, and it was getting loud. It wouldn't stop. It just kept. It wouldn't stop beeping, and I ended up ripping it off the wall, and stomping on it, and breaking it. So now I gotta replace it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right, now my wife is mad at me and she's threatening me to get out of the house, and all over this carbon monoxide detector.
That was me when I was young. I had a bad temper too.
Yeah. So
you outgrow it, but by the time you outgrow it, you're old like me.
I know.
Yeah,
that face.
Yeah. So you gotta have. And that's really important. But man, everybody's young. You can't kick yourself too much because everybody's young.
I know. I had purchased a similar suitcase like this, and what happened was, when I got everything tucked in there, all the clothes, they got smashed and wrinkled. when I got to Florida, to Disney World. It was supposed to be a good vacation, and there I was with all these wrinkled clothes.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. Will this one expand?
She ain't sorry to hear that.
Not wrinkle my clothes again?
You know what? In order for it to expand, it should have an extra zipper.
Yep, it does.
Okay, well then it should expand.
Oh my God,
It should expand.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome, love. Be safe, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I come, the price gets higher and higher here. Everything.
Sorry.
I don't know why they.
She leaving it immediately.
We can't afford this.
I know we can't.
Every time I come to this Walmart, the price is $2 up, $4 up.
Food and everything, man.
Everything.
Everything.
It is getting crazy out here for real though.
Can't
Like,
survive out here, man.
All right, let's go, Pete. Come on.
yo, she don't give a
Trying,
dot.
man.
Yo, she's like,
I'm trying. It's so depressing.
I know. I was just in a hospital. I just got out.
Oh, I hope you feel better.
Thanks. And my mom's in a rehab and hospice.
Oh no!
Yeah. So hang in there, man.
All right, man.
all right, guys. Oh shoot, Benny. Benny said, "Hey, Eddie, bringing back 1,000 Ways to Die." Oh, for sure, I am. The membership program. I'm definitely bringing the 1,000 Ways to Die videos are definitely coming back. So if you guys are really wanting to watch those again, or really want for me to make more of those are coming back. But it's only going to be for the members because, like I say, a lot of the past ones that I made that you guys haven't even seen because it's been blocked and it's been demonetized. So like YouTube has hid the videos, from you guys, and it's been demonetized. So with the membership program, that's all gonna be done away with pretty much. I can make it because it's gonna be exclusive for you guys and it won't get blocked or demonetized. So 1,000 Ways to Die videos are most definitely coming back. So be ready for those. They're already in the making. But when the membership program comes out or starts, be sure to join that and support the channel. If you want to support the channel, just to support, you can also sign up for the membership as well. It'll help me make videos for you guys and continue to upgrade the content and add cool things to it and just make it better and better. So if you guys want to support me in that, definitely join the program or join the membership. And y'all could help me make it happen. Y'all could help me make it happen. I appreciate that. But without further ado, let me see those price changes made me want to cry too. Yeah, when you go to the store, oh my gosh, eggs now. I remember I shop at Trader Joe's for my eggs, and Trader Joe's eggs, when I used to buy them like earlier last year, it was like $150 a pop, $149 a pop, and then it slowly began to climb to $2, and I'm like, oh shoot, it's at $2 now. Shoot, it's a little bit expensive for my blood, and this is for a case of just 12, which is a dozen. A dozen was $150 a pop. Then it turned into 2. Then it got to like $250, and I'm like, whoa, okay, now we talking heavier. Now it's like, now I gotta make sure I measure out and don't buy too much now, because if I waste them, Then now next up to this year, it's at $5 a pop for 12. That's at least that's almost 50 cent. That's almost 50 cent an egg. Almost. The point is prices are going up, and even eggs is skyrocketing. So everything, just inflation, man. Inflation is coming up, but we ain't talking politics and all that right now. But it might make you want to cry a little bit because you can't do what you usually do. Anyway, like I say, I would love it for you guys to join the membership when it comes out. If you would like to support the channel, I'll be more than grateful. I'm already grateful for you guys on the live stream already. Appreciate you guys for stopping on in and for hanging out and for enjoying the live. Make sure you turn on your notifications and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. and also like the video before you leave. That helps out the algorithm. That helps out the videos. And that's all I ask for, guys. Till next episode or live stream, Scary Saturdays. It's Eddyed TV. I will catch you guys. Hold on, the video's playing again. I should have put it on another scene, my bad. But without further ado, it's been a fun live stream. Hopefully you guys aren't too scared tonight. Glad to hear that you had fun, Benny. And make sure you guys lock your doors tonight. Have your weapons. Know where your weapons are and keep them close. And when you go on Airbnb trips, make sure you have weapons on you and security measures. I think I learned some good lessons from these videos today. Hope you guys have too, and hope you guys have fun. Thank you for tuning in. It's Eddyed TV. Catch you guys next live stream. Peace.